let's just figure out what is networking. Let's just start with the basic. So what is networking?
I love it. Nobody's really asked me that. And that's a great question because I think people somewhere complicate it. Somewhere people complicate the idea of networking. It's actually the simplest form of making new friends, but in the workspace. So, networking to me is literally just meeting somebody new, building a relationship which lasts over time, and is a very positive form of selling your business or exchanging ideas, gaining a client, but also a friend. I hope I've explained it properly, but it's the simplest form of making a new friend in a space outside of your primary net, like primary group.
Yeah.
And primary group is your friends, your family, your relatives. So networking is when people go out and just build new connections, which last a long time. But it's not people that you met the regular way, which is school, college, relatives, or like friends because you were friends since you were kids.
Also, but why networking? Why should someone network?
Great question. Honestly, why not? Why not? You should network because eventually, as we grow older, as we all have our own businesses, we all are looking to sell a product, we're all looking to build something bigger. You need a network. How today, and especially in today's times when we have the internet, when we have social media, when we have all forms of social channels, what are you building on those? A network. You're building a network of people, the people that view your stories, the people that buy your products, the people that are just watching what you're doing but not commenting. These are all a big part of your network. And the reason you should have a good network is one, I truly believe because you learn from other people. I always say this, the amount we can learn from listening and watching other people and interacting with other people and going to events with other people, that's my form of learning. There are no courses for everything. You learn from other people's journeys, stories, failures, successes. So that's what it literally is at the base of it.
Yeah, because I was just talking about this earlier today. Is that there's only so much that you learn in school, and there's only so much that you learn in college.
Yeah.
Eventually, you need to learn your own skills,
Yeah.
and those skills come with experience. And I also believe when you network, you're kind of exchanging experiences. Back in the day, they used to always say that figure out where they went wrong so you're not repeating the same mistake,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, of course, you can't keep doing that every time because everyone has their own personal journey,
Yeah.
but it comes from that same narrative.
Absolutely. And I'm a huge believer of this. I'm so glad you said it, that you really learn from other people's experiences. You learn from other people's stories. And someone else's failure is not your success, but someone else's failure is a story to learn from. And that's one of the reasons I started the networking community. It was so that people are willing to share their successes and failures. I love it when people come on a table and say, hey, I did this and that's what helped me. You and me discussing podcasting just before this, sharing ideas. I told you I wanted to start a podcast, but I didn't because I didn't have consistency. I didn't have the funds really to start it. And you were telling me how you're doing it, the breakdown of it. Many people don't share. And that's the reason I started the community, because I want people to come out and say, hey, I'm doing this and it's working for me. My business has succeeded because of this. Hey, don't do that. I failed because I did that. That was my line of failure. And honestly, Aditi, in my free time, my favorite thing to do, and on my way here, is watching other people's podcasts, watching other people's journeys and stories. It doesn't have to be somebody famous. So when that person is sharing what they've done, that's a learning for you. That's something you can pick up for any line of business or any area of business. That learning is really, really important to take you far. Because very often we go by textbooks, we go by famous people talking, we go by buying these $1 million courses. Yes, it all teaches you something. But what about listening to the person? You know how they say you make a friend on the train, and you listen to I met that guy on the train and he shared this info with me. This is all a part of it. This is all a part of networking and learning through others' journeys.